Audiophiles, can you hear this production technique? Audiophiles, as we know, are fascinated by the different sounds of different components. DACs, for instance. To an audiophile, each DAC sounds wildly different to any other. Of course, normal people wonder whether so-called audiophiles really can hear these differences. Maybe yes, maybe they think they do, maybe they don't. The jury has been out on this for a long time, and I don't think that any verdict is coming in soon. But what about things that audiophiles can definitely hear? And the rest of us? Differences that are subtle, but if you listen closely, you can hear them clearly and incontrovertibly. Not just incontrovertibly in your own estimation. Once your ears are tuned in, you could identify the differences in any double-blind test. So what I have here is one of my irritating unboxing tracks. Album available on Spotify, all good streaming services, and Bandcamp. Actually, it's one of my newer tracks not released yet. I used it in my review of the FIO K11 R2R DAC recently. I'll put a link to that in the description should you be so inclined. My unboxing tracks are simple. There's generally an A section, a B section, and they repeat alternately, building up a little each time. So the A section starts quite thinly arranged. Next time it comes round, there's another instrument. Next time, another. Then, thank goodness, many would say, it's the end. So here's a bit of the A section of this track. As Mr. Spock might say, it's music, Jim, but not as we know it. Here it is on the first repeat. I've added a bass line which you should be able to hear. There's a bit of a melody as well, but we'll be ignoring that and any changes in the drums. If you can't hear the bass line, then I should probably tell you that your phone speaker in mono isn't going to work for this. Earbuds? Push them in a bit further. Okay, what about the next repeat? Easy. I've added pad chords. Subtle, but they should be easily audible. That's not what you're listening for, though. Now, here's the question. What else can you hear? Other than the extra pad chords and maybe a few differences in the drums, what's different between the second repeat of the A section and the third? I'll play 8 bars of the second repeat, followed directly by 8 bars of the third. Again, apart from the added pad chords and the drums, what do you hear? If you don't notice anything yet, don't worry. It's subtle, but if your playback equipment is decent, halfway decent, once I've pointed it out, you'll hear it clearly, and you'd get it every time on a double-blind test. This time I'll play you just the bass. 8 bars from the second repeat, 8 bars from the third. Let's try it again. What happened while I was making this track was that the bass line in the second repeat of section A, which is the first time it comes in, is subtle, like I wanted it to be. But I found that with the added pad chords in the third repeat, it almost disappeared. So I turned to the filter control of the synth plugin I was using and added some extra brightness. You can hear it clearly when the bass line plays alone. 8 bars plus 8. And now you're tuned in, you can hear the third repeat of section A again, with the full instrumentation. 8 bars without the bass enhancement, 8 bars with. What do you think? Did you hear it? If you didn't hear it, was it that your speakers, headphones or earbuds didn't have enough bass? Or was it really so subtle that you'd never have heard it anyway? But I'd find that hard to believe. So, now that you know that you can clearly hear very subtle differences in sound, maybe you can tune in to the differences between DACs. Your comments are welcome. Oh, while we're here, let's listen to the whole track with the unboxing. Here I am with a little handheld segment. I just wanted to ask, if you couldn't hear the differences, was it your equipment that was at fault, preventing you hearing it? Or maybe it was your actual hearing or your perception of sound? Or maybe it just really was too subtle. Anyway, let me know. See you soon.